He asked for rent, but hid a bigger plan. After I graduated college and struggled to find a place to live, my older brother Steven offered to let me move in with him. At first, everything seemed perfect. Steven was 6 years older, always the dependable one, the sibling who had his life together when the rest of us were still figuring it out. He already owned a nice 2-story house in our hometown, thanks to his senior software engineer salary. I was beyond grateful when he said I could stay with him until I got on my feet. The first few months were easy. Steven never made me feel like a burden. He didn't ask for anything in return, and living together felt a little like old times, just with a nicer TV and fewer arguments over the remote. We'd play video games after work, order pizza at ridiculous hours, and talk about everything and nothing. It was fun, comforting. But about 6 months in, Steven approached me one evening, looking a little uncomfortable. "I need you to start paying rent," he said. "Just $500 a month." It caught me off guard. Steven had never complained about money, and it wasn't like his job didn't cover the mortgage comfortably. Still, I figured it was fair. I'd been living rent-free for half a year. I agreed without pushing back. I picked up a second part-time job to make it work and made sure Steven got his $500 every month without fail. It became routine, like any other bill, but something shifted after that. Steven was still kind, but our relationship felt a little more businesslike. Less like siblings, more like roommates. Nearly 3 years passed like that. By then, I'd built up my credit, managed to save a little, and finally felt ready to move out and buy my own place. I remember sitting Steven down, practically buzzing with excitement, telling him I was ready to start house hunting. He just smiled, real calm, and said, "You won't need to do that." At first, I thought he was joking. Then he pulled out his phone, opened his banking app, and showed me an account. The balance read $36,000. The account name? Alex's House Fund. I stared at it, completely confused. Steven explained everything. He told me he had never actually needed my rent money. Instead, every single dollar I'd given him went straight into that savings account. Not only that, he had matched it. Every month, quietly, without saying a word, he put in another $500 of his own. For almost 3 years, he had been secretly building a down payment fund for me, planning for the day I was ready, without ever asking for thanks or recognition. I stood there, frozen, as the room blurred and my eyes filled with tears. It hit me all at once, the weight of what my brother had done, the quiet way he had believed in me, invested in me, loved me.